Um, they couldn't break in the tutorial. How come they can break now?
Hey everyone, welcome back. 2 videos again for you today because we have 2 things to cover. But for now, we're talking about Cooking Sim VR on PSVR2, which dropped yesterday. I had a little bit of hands-on time before it came out to kind of get to grips with it. I've played about an hour, so I don't want to give my final review right now, but I do have some first solid impressions, and those are good ones. I've had confirmation from the devs about a couple of things in terms of the technical side of the game, so let's dive straight into it.
Let me put this somewhere, like, I'll remember. Let me, like, space this out, you get me? So we'll put one thing there. We'll put... I have to organize everything myself, and I'm stupid, so...
Let's get the boring stuff out of the way first. The game runs non-reprojective at a native frame rate at pretty much the best that it can look in terms of resolution, and they've actually packed a lot of good features in terms of haptics as well into this one, which I really didn't expect. It would have been really easy to throw in a bare bones cooking game where you just put the ingredients together on a platform that's in front of you, but that's not what this is. This is a fully fledged kitchen where you're in control of absolutely everything. And everything's physics-based, meaning that it's one-to-one with real life in terms of how things interact.
Oh my god, okay. Oh shit! Oh fuck. Oh, I can just press L2 and pick them up. That's a lot better than whatever the hell I was doing.
Sound design is also pretty damn good. Everything reacts in terms of audio as you'd expect it to. So on a technical level, the game looks great and plays great, and I'm really impressed by the physics that's on display here, but we'll get into that.
Blowtorch? Can I just buy that? Why did I just buy that? Fuck, how much money do I have? Probably not enough for a blowtorch that I just bought.
I think one of the best things about Cooking Sim on PSVR 2 is that you decide how the game is played. You're given the dishes to make, but your efficiency, your time management, it's all up to you and how you schedule and put your equipment and your ingredients in place. If you forget where something is, it doesn't snap back to a set point on the tabletop in your kitchen. It is where you last put it, because it's all physics-based. Everything interacts the way it should. So if you really mess up, you can lose track and lose time of a lot of the stuff in the kitchen that will hold you back on your dishes. I think that's the thing that impresses me the most here, is that it manages to add tension to a game where I didn't think that was actually possible. There are so many dishes to make as well, a sandbox mode, challenge mode, a career mode. There's a ton of content here for the price. I'm thoroughly impressed by it, to be honest, in terms of how much it has to offer. Now, the core gameplay loop might get a bit repetitive over time, because essentially you are doing the same thing, you are just cooking, so in a way it can feel like a chore. But at least for the first hour or so, everything feels like a joy to handle in the game because everything responds how you'd expect it to in real life, which is a really hard thing to pull off, but they've pulled it off.
These can go... No, these can actually go, like, underneath here, because I feel like that's kind of a good place for them. I didn't realize there'd be this much freedom. It's slightly overwhelming. I wonder if I can blend my nose off.
I will say the visuals outside of the kitchen, though, do look kind of awful. They're the same as not for broadcast visuals outside that window in your office in that game. They're not really meant to be stared at for too long. The main thing is what's in the kitchen, and luckily all of that looks and interacts as you'd expect it to.
Is this what cooking's really like? You're just waiting. I mean, I've cooked, of course I know it's just waiting. But the outside looks about the same as not for broadcast. It's just kind of there to have a bit of scenery.
The game isn't really flashily trying to do something gimmicky, it is just trying to give you a sandbox experience with a physics system that actually feels fairly real, and I think it does a good job of that. One of the best things that I found is actually cutting, because items will cut exactly how you cut them. There's no preset actions that happen when you trigger, the knife on, say, a carrot or a vegetable. It will cut exactly how you cut it.
Is there physics? Yes, there is physics. It doesn't just stick to it. Cool, okay. So I'll put you there. Does that cut exactly? It does cut exactly where I did it. Hell yeah, okay.
And how you cut it can end up with a higher or lower presentation value on the dish when you eventually bring it to your customer. You are rated on each dish that you do, so you're constantly trying to improve and do better for the next one. And overall, it's a pretty fun gameplay loop so far, so if this looks like it appeals to you, I would say definitely give it a go. It's kind of on the same level of not for broadcast for me. They're very similar in terms of this might feel like a chore if you're not into it, but if you are, you're really going to enjoy it, and it does this system and it does what it sets out to do really, really well. Anyway, thank you all for watching on this slightly shorter video than usual. Catch Resident Evil 4 later on today, because that's the second upload that you're getting, and I hope to see you all then, and in the video after that tomorrow. So, have a good one, and I'll see you around.